After a little more investigating, careful consideration, and looking around at how this van reacts and does things, two different things basically, and checking, I think the fuel filter is what the problem is. If it's not the fuel filter, it's the rail pressure sensor. I have been driving around with those codes for it for a while, for the rail sensor, but with my experience, it's usually when it goes bad, it kind of has a crack over there and it just lets fuel out here and there. So then you replace it. So I just kind of been prolonging the life of it for a long time now. And I do have one laying there, and I do have a fuel filter here as well, because those are the things that can go bad for you on the road anytime you're out and about. So long story short, I'm going to tear this apart real quick. I'm going to take the airbox off, move it to the side, and fuel filter is right there. I've got a new one in under the seat, so we're going to replace it. Here we are, turbo's intact. You guys can see that, it's all there. There's not really, I mean, there's a little bit of a wiggle, but nothing horrible. And it spins just fine, so definitely not the turbo. Something up with the fuel, so we'll change it out, we'll see. You know what the funny thing is? Every time that I think that it's going to be an easy, like a one-step quick repair and be done, never happens. And so happens to be that there's actually a TSA load from Spokane to Seattle today. They've been posting nonstop. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go out there and, do this real quick. So I bid the load. Then the broker comes back to me asking, hey, can you still cover it like an hour later? And I'm like, well, and I found out that my fuel filter is different than the one I have. The one that I've been driving with, thinking that it's the same one. It's an older model one. It's not for this van. They make two different kinds, and mine is not that one. Mine's the one that has a built-in sensor in here, right here. So that's the problem. And I don't want to break this thing because I don't know how to replace this the right way yet. Gotta see what needs to be pushed in. That way it can come off. There's something you gotta do with this thing. Either push in, push out. Gotta figure it out. Anyways, I'm off to the dealership. $229 I think is my price. I called them, they have it, so I'm gonna go grab it real quick. They've got it saved for me on the shelf. Be back in an hour and a little bit-ish. Picked me up some new filter and a new hose. All came out to $273 with tax and all. Basically, I'll show you what the hose was for. The plastic hose that attaches right here has a plastic clip inside of there that I think I might have actually damaged and broken already. I'm not sure 100%. But I know it's plastic, so I decided to get myself, you can't buy this plastic piece that's inside of here. It comes out, you're supposed to get it out. And when you put the hose back in, it just kind of clips in. So problem with everything is it's plastic, so it breaks. So it's $20 is what I spent extra on this, and hopefully, my other one's okay, so I could just have a spare, but if not, then I got it at least. Otherwise, you're out of luck. And you're never going to find anything that goes in here that will lock this up. It's just going to be impossible. Okay, let's get to it. Got two bolts to remove, that one plastic piece. Take the hoses off, put the new one in, and test it out, see if that did the trick, because I booked myself a load, and they gave me that load for tomorrow, so hopefully it's all going to work out. If not, then I'm just going to have to borrow another driver's van. I do have another option here. The load is TSA, so the other driver is not TSA certified, doesn't have a TWIC card, nothing like that, so I have to go do it. Let's get to it. And you know what? It's a good thing I bought that clip, because I just broke the second half of it in here. It became so brittle just because it's been here for the longest time, and it's plastic, so it just snapped. Just busted right off. That's how that junk works. So we're gonna have to put a brand new one in here. From this hose. My hands are in a little diesel fuel, so just because there's some leaking from this, and you get your gloves wet and all that stuff. So you get 3 bolts, one right here, and one right there that you remove, and then loosen up these clamps. This has already been replaced once, not by me, by somebody else. But you loosen these up, you take these hoses off, take the filter out, put a new one on, attach 2 hoses, this plastic hose as well, and 3 bolts, and then attach everything back in a reverse way, and you're done. So nothing to it at all. It's actually very simple. So in case you guys want to do this as a DIY at home, or whenever you got a chance, you guys can do it. And it's not winter time, and it's not cold outside, so very doable just to do it yourself in any parking lot or just off the side of the road. Not a big deal at all. You guys know me, I hate extremely detailed long videos. As far as like putting stuff together and, you know, taking stuff apart, it's just kind of common sense to me. You look at it, you take it off. You look at it, you put it back together. So I'm almost back together. We'll see how this goes. Everything went well. That plastic piece, if you guys are buying a fuel filter, I recommend you guys buy that plastic hose too. And I can give you a part number so you guys know. Here's the part number. Find it from this. Take a picture, whatever, do a screenshot. Part number's on here. I think it's this A, whatever, or the top one, whatever. Anyways, this piece of paper should give it to you. But anyway, you could always ask your dealership and they'll look it up for you and give you the right one. Okay, moment of truth. Put a couple clamps back in and we'll see if the beast is alive again. Replacing the fuel filter did nothing for my problem, but either way, I'm not really per se out of money, because I am, but I'm not, because it still needed to be done probably by now. I've driven a lot of miles, never replaced it, so ever since I got the van and had the van. So obviously that's not the problem. It must be the fuel rail pressure sensor. So if it's that, I'm going to replace it later tonight. I got church. I'll come back after church and get in here, and it'll cool down because I had it running for a bit just now. Diagnosed it again. It actually came back with some codes for system being too lean. That one I had. And then as far as fuel, low fuel pressure. So somewhere is low fuel pressure, and it must be either not reading it or not getting enough because of the fuel pressure sensor. So we're going to replace that guy later tonight. I'll show you guys and tell you guys if it fixed the problem. If I do not get it fixed, then I might have to cancel that load for tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. Either I'm gonna, ask my dad if I can take his van because he's in town actually. So not a good time for that white van to be sold. It could have saved me one more time. It's all right. It happens.